Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Guilty or innocent.
Howdy, y'all!
At the end of this day, one shall stand, one shall fall.
Hello, everyone! By that music and that hillbilly air guitar, you know it's time for another Energon Universe. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is Laird Owl. Jesus' number one foe.
That's right.
And that
Just in the owl.
and that guitaring nemesis enforcer Stan. It is.
Howdy, y'all. The air guitar maestro himself.
I thought maybe that globulus.
Hey, guys.
I thought that globulus was still dangling. That's why he was shaking so much.
I just globulus right before we got on here, so
Make sure you wipe properly after every globulus.
well, you know, some people in the vicinity don't wipe. So,
Well, yeah.
Wait, what?
go back and listen to a gamma charge from about 2 years ago.
There's a couple of people that Russell knows that are quite unsavory. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Exactly.
Don't strain that globulus through the portal, okay?
What am I too much for you?
All right. So yes, we are going to get today Void Rivals number 9, Scarlett number 1, which we can do some on. But yes, we've already talked to Kelly Thompson about that. Check out Capes and Lunatics episode 331.
Yeah, that was a great interview.
Yes, Transformers number 9 and Destro number 1.
Yeah.
But before that, we have a young man here who would like to tell us about his recent viewing of the G.I. Joe movie.
For the first time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Breaking news.
Standing by at Channel 9 News, coming live from Kentucky.
Oh my God! Standing outside of
So, I thought I had seen the movie before, but about, I don't know, a minute into the movie, I was like, no, I ain't never seen this, because
you would have remembered.
It starts
now.
off with this crazy musical action scene.
the intro. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You know where they murder Major Blood.
Yeah.
The first shot G.I. Joe takes, they shoot the jetpack off his back. I'm like, okay, so the exploding jetpack didn't do him in. The sudden fall from the top of the Statue of Liberty probably did.
With no parachute.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And don't give me that crap about hitting the water.
Oh, yeah. I liked it. I don't think it was quite as impactful as Major Transformers, the movie.
I was going to say as Major Blood. I was going to say as Major Blood hitting the ground.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. And I was dying laughing at Duke's death.
Oh,
because you know they had to change that because of the backlash. So everyone's like crying and like grieving, and then they're like, "Oh, he slipped into a coma."
I know. And then you get like one line at the very end of the movie. Oh, I got a call. Duke's going to be okay.
Yeah, he made it.
Yeah,
he pulled through.
But the Nemesis Enforcer is my new favorite thing now. It's just
I knew you would
all
love
the Cobra Law.
I knew you love him.
Yeah. All the Cobra Law stuff, I can understand why a lot of fans at the time might have not liked the Cobra Law stuff, because it is so out of the,
out
you know,
there.
Like, it's not like we're no longer in this is a military thing anymore. There's giant monsters.
It's
and,
sci-fi, yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's a sharp left.
I
into
loved
sci-fi. Yeah, I love it. Too,
I loved it. I thought Burgess Meredith was awesome as Globulus.
So
like
good,
you could
right?
almost barely tell it was him, but then at the same time, you think about like
he wasn't going whack,
like
whack, 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 whack.
Yeah, he wasn't the penguin, and he wasn't Mickey from Rocky.
Yeah.
So
Rocky, right? Yeah.
but and the only other thing besides those I'd seen him in was Twilight Zone.
Right. Yeah.
But the Nemesis Enforcer was awesome, especially when he started. Well, he was like picking off the Joes left and right there for a minute.
He doesn't mess around.
Then,
all they had to do was throw Sergeant Slaughter at him. Come on.
No, at the very end.
Two big fights with Sergeant Slaughter. The first one he won, and then
The Sarge. This one's for Duke. This one's for me. And this one's for the United States of America.
USOV!
Team America.
I have to talk about Pythona too. She might be my other favorite.
Oh my.
Calm down, Phil.
You said it's your
But,
favorite. She's your favorite. Look, he's grabbing his boob again. He's excited.
He's getting excited.
No,
Yeah,
but
Pythona was cool. I wish that they had made a figure of her, but they never did.
No.
They did for the 25th anniversary line, and it was a Comic-Con exclusive, so that's about $800 right now.
God.
But I'm sure now that the Hasbro's doing a classified of the Nemesis Immortal. I guess they had to change his name like 10, 20 years ago for legal reasons or something. So he's Nemesis Immortal now.
Weird.
But
what
I'm
was
sure
he
Pythona will
referred
get
to in the comic books as?
Wait, what?
it was still Enforcer, wasn't it?
That's what I thought.
Which con? What?
It must just be
in
for
the Cobra Commander series.
Oh, I was gonna.
Did they
trying to
did
remember?
they refer to him as?
Did they? I can't remember if they ever used his.
It might have just called
full
him
name.
Nemesis.
Yeah, they might have. I can't remember if they. I don't know if they used his full name or not.
But
Interesting. I don't remember.
I think it might just be for the toys, like to put that. Because there's weird licensing things. I don't
out
know.
there somewhere.
Yeah, okay, there might be another like Enforcer line of something out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But long story short, I really love the movie, all the
Good.
Cobra Law stuff. I wasn't the biggest fan of Lieutenant Falcon and his whole so you're the Rodimus Prime of this movie.
The young, fresh out of the academy recruit played by Don Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's just a man whore, apparently.
But you got to see the first appearance of Jinx, who we'll talk about momentarily.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
She was awesome.
Man whore,
Yeah.
don't be shaming him. You tell Zarana no wearing a sundress, okay?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well,
Turned her
Zorana
down,
was she was something else in there. I think she gave the Baroness a run for her money in that one. But
okay.
That scene by the pond, man, that jump started many young men into puberty. You know?
I can see why. I can see that they were way more. They went a little bit further for the movie than they did in the cartoon. Yeah,
just a little bit, but it was enough.
Especially when Duke has blood spraying out
I
of
know,
his
right?
chest.
Yeah.
But he lived. He's
that.
okay.
I was like, whoa.
He walked
He
it
got
off.
better.
He walked it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's for Duke, and this one's for the United States of America.
Then he hit him with his truck nuts.
This one's for my cock.
And then he says, "Bring on the Iron Sheik."
Make you humble.
Oh, and poor Cobra Commander getting just devolved into a
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, what did you think of
Wild.
that? Yeah, he just turned into a snake at the end.
Don't worry.
That whole-
He gets better too, even though they say he'll never get better. He gets better.
Oh yeah, he shook that off. Yeah.
The opening where they're like Serpentor's like putting Cobra Commander, and he's like, You are such a failure, and Cobra Commander's like, anybody back there will back me up, I guarantee it.
And it just becomes the roast. It just becomes the roast of Cobra Commander. Yeah.
Yeah. Cobra Commander sucks.
Yeah. They all unanimously sell him out. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! But like, I just rewatched it a few months ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's stuff I didn't remember. I was like, man, Serpentor, man, like screaming about the BET and stuff. I'm like, man, Serpentor really must love to see the booty shaking. He wants that BET so bad. Every 2 seconds, someone say BET. I'm like, man, Black Entertainment Television must have paid them a bundle.
Yeah.
Whoa. Noel says, push not pull.
I liked it when he. I liked it when he jumped up on that vehicle and just started punching Duke in the face.
There's some great action.
No,
in that movie. There's some awesome fight scenes in there. Yeah,
and I love we get Falcon, Jinx, and all those new recruits. Chuckles never utters a word.
Chuckles, yeah,
never utters a word.
Mm-hmm. Old Chuckles, yeah.
Oh, and I was very surprised when Mercer came on screen because right now in the comics he works for Destro.
Yeah,
but he was
they said he
one of
was
Slaughter's Marauders. And
didn't they say he was an ex-Viper or something in the movie? So yeah, I mean, it kind of tracks. Yeah.
He had the most stereotypical like Australian accent I've ever heard.
Cranking me hog, mate. Cranking me hog.
Does that accent just annoy you?
The hard master. Sex on the
Depends on who's saying it.
That's true.
That's right.
Rumpy pumpy.
Rumple foreskin.
Wow.
Bubble boo.
Now leave Ray alone. He's on YouTube right now playing with himself. Okay.
And he's having a great time with it, with both hands.
Deary me.
It was just a really nice package.
All right, should we get to these issues?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I say we take them in the order they released because let's start with Void Rivals number 9, which is the oldest one. So.
Yes. Okay.
So, did everyone read Void Rivals?
I did. Did you?
No.
Russell, no, you didn't.
What? You missed?
I still haven't read any Void Rivals.
Oh
my goodness.
Well,
I enjoyed this.
Yes.
The fight scene between Proximus and
Springer
was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that was cool.
Yes, because our heroes run across Springer just like they ran across Jetfire in issue 1.
Mm-hmm. And the only thing I didn't really understand was the creature going back to his home, and there was that whole protracted sequence where he was just kind of like sulking at home and there was nobody waiting for him, and I was like, what's this about? I guess this was a reference that I missed earlier in the series, perhaps. Do you know what I'm talking about? When that creature goes back to his house, and he's like, honey, I'm home, and nobody's waiting for him, and he just starts sulking. I didn't really understand that.
Out of context, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Some creature goes back, honey, I'm home.
It's that little
it's Skuxoid, isn't it? Yeah.
Skuxoid, yeah. Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot. There's nobody here. And then he just starts sulking.
It never gets any easier.
Oh, Ricky.
It never gets any easier. But then at the end of the issue, we get to see the Quintessons again. Yeah. Oh. And we saw, I was really surprised to see the Quintesson scientist, whom we haven't seen since, I think, the animated series.
Oh, yeah.
And who didn't last very long.
Gets electrocuted, yeah, because he says, says something about alloy traces, a formula that dates back to ancient Cybertron. The Zertonia, the Skuxoid mentioned, we believe it could be connected to Zerta Trion, and that's when he gets fried. And The one Quintesson says, "Speaking that name has long been forbidden."
Forbidden. Yeah. Zertatrion. So is that new, or has that been explored in other...
That's not ringing a bell with me.
Well, I know of Alpha Trion, but not...
So this is new stuff. Completely new. Okay. That was going to be my big question tonight. Is it,
unless it's a deep cut.
Right.
Yeah, but it's got to be pretty damn deep.
Be.
It's got to be pretty damn deep if none of the three of us, it's not ringing a bell for the three of us, any of us.
I love it, though, especially if it's a new concept. It's great. It's a great time to introduce that.
Oh, yeah.
Get the hidden history of Cybertron here, or something like that. Yeah, I love it.
And I also keep wondering, because we know that Pythona is on her way to
somewhere else.
Cybertron.
Yeah.
Well, so when's the shit gonna hit the fan?
That's what
there?
I'm thinking. Is she gonna be in Void Rivals maybe?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. She was gonna show up somewhere in this series.
Oh, damn it, I forgot. All right. Hold on. I wanted to put the issue covers up.
Oh, the covers. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. I keep forgetting to do that.
Yep.
On all these shows. There we go. Void Rivals number 9.
Love that cover. Look at that. God,
Springer.
So
that is a great cover.
Yeah. Lorenzo Di Felici is amazing art. So good. And I have to, and that reminds me, I've got to check out that series that Kelly Thompson recommended to us with his artwork that was even better than this. I'm really excited to read that.
Yeah. I mean,
definitely.
And again, it's a modern comics thing, but I'm always, the only problem I have with Void Rivals, I'm like, man, they're still crossing that planet and stuff. It seems like it's taking forever.
I know. It's been like, 3 or 4 issues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they took a break after
things
issue
happen
6.
very slowly in this series.
They took a break after issue 6. I'm like, oh, God, come on.
Yeah. What is this, Saga?
Oh!
Sometimes it kind of feels like it, yeah. Not that that's a bad thing.
No, I mean, there's a reason Saga has went for how many issues now? Long time.
Yep.
All right, so any other thoughts on that one, Justin?
No, that was pretty much it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Really, another good solid issue.
But that was cool when Proxima was like, basically human size and fighting Springer. And Springer's like, how are you doing this?
Yeah. And they're both like, yeah, I'm not intimidated by your size. And Springer says, yeah, same. I love that. Good stuff. Yeah.
All right.
I guess, is there a trade out for Void Rivals yet? I guess I'm going to have to pick it up.
The first 6 issues or first 5?
I would assume it's probably I think it's the first 6, because I think they took a break after number 6. So hold on.
Right, that's right. So probably, I think that's available now.
Okay,
I'll look this up.
I've got to get that too. Yeah, I want to get that in physical format.
There we go. It is.
Did you find it, Phil?
Thought I did. Image trade paper Void Rivals. Yeah, Volume 1. Oh yeah, it's on sale. It went on. Looks like it went on sale in February, so it's
okay. It's
been
out for a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
Collects the first 6, so yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yep. $16.99.
Very cool.
Unless you find it on sale.
Trades are getting so expensive now.
They are. All comics are getting expensive. Remember, you can find back issues for you can find dollar boxes everywhere. Well, not Australia, but up here you can find dollar boxes everywhere. Now everyone thinks they got gold.
Or 50-cent bins.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when trades were like $10.
Yeah, me too.
Now they're pushing 20.
Yeah. They've been slowly creeping up.
And you always hear the argument, well, manga, those are always less than $10, which is a good thing, but they're also they're not colored.
But aren't they smaller too? Like the books themselves.
Yeah, and they're
smaller?
on old. Yeah. They're also on paper,
right?
Not the silky paper.
Oh, the newsprint.
Regular newsprint paper.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
All right. So, should we get to Scarlett? Even though we've kind of talked with Kelly.
Yeah.
But,
we'll go over it again.
Give us some time to digest it, because we talked to her the next day. So.
Right.
All right. So Scarlett number 1. There we go.
Another great cover.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just great art in general in this.
oh yeah.
Super. Yeah. Marco Ferrari in the artwork. Yeah.
And
By the way, did you guys, after our interview with Kelly, did you guys go back and rewatch that part with Scarlett that I was telling you about? That was the part that made me the Scarlett fan for life.
I did not.
I did not. I've been
okay.
meaning to maybe this weekend,
Okay.
but yeah, I listened to the interview again. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go back and watch that.
I did.
Mhm.
I looked it up a couple days later. I was like, okay, after talking with.
Oh,
with
you know what?
Kelly,
I did see the actual
was so much
clip.
fun.
I did see that actual moment on YouTube. So yeah,
Okay.
that is good.
I found the episode and watched it. I was like, oh my god, I love this so much. I love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. It's so good. Yeah, let me know what you think, Russell, when you watch that.
Oh, I will for sure.
It's as good as Justin said. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Scarlett #1. I mean, I guess this is the one I've been waiting for because, like I said, I told Kelly I love all the Raja Kaji stuff, and
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
we got Scarlett, we got Jinx. Spoilers, we get Storm Shadow at the end,
Storm
and
Shadow. We get the
Ooh,
Hard
yeah.
Master.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yes,
The hard master.
I thought this was instantly a better start than Duke was.
Me too.
yeah.
Because I like Duke, but it was a slow burn. This was right out of the gate. Like
It moved.
action.
It moved very quickly. Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this could have
And-
even come first before Duke, and
Yeah.
it would have been a much more organic success.
And we talked a little bit about this with Kelly, but the way Marco like his females, they're gorgeous, but they're not male gazy, and
Right.
that's you can make a character sexy without being 90s image comic.
They could be real. They could be realistic. Yeah.
Yeah, realistic.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. There's a way to do it right. Yeah.
And Scarlett and Jinx are no exceptions. They're both gorgeous. And kicking so much ass in this.
Yes.
Just kicking so much ass. But
My favorite moment is that 2-page, I think it's a 2-page spread where it's just a flurry of action. It's one of those great Kelly Thompson flurry of action sequences. I just love it so much. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And again, Storm Shadow, the Hard Master. Yes.
Yes.
You know much. You know what self control took me not to play that button when Kelly was here.
Oh, I
The
bet.
hard
Yeah, I bet.
master.
I was thinking, I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. I was surprised actually to see the ninjas in the first issue. I thought that maybe we'd see them at some point in this series, but right off the bat, I was surprised by that. But I loved it. I thought, okay, we're in it. Here we go. We're doing the ninjas thing, and I'm in for it.
and I love. Well, I guess it did need that. It kind of needed a hook. Like you got to have that cliffhanger with Storm Shadow. But
Yeah,
I love how. I just love how he looks. Like
yeah.
I always like it better when Storm Shadow had the hood, rather than just the ninja mask.
The original.
So I'm a big fan of this look.
Nice. Yeah,
Especially against the snow and the blood.
Yeah.
That's the
so cool.
But it makes me even more be like, oh man, when Snake Eyes showing up? When Snake Eyes showing up?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I feel like that's
Well,
going to be
I'm-
the next pair of miniseries that we see.
Yeah.
Like after Scarlett and Destro, I think we're going to see Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow next.
I think that's a good bet, Justin. But I will say that I was glad that Kelly kind of addressed the Scarlett and Jinx are definitely not romantic. Because
Yeah,
you could read that and think, well, maybe, but she, put the nail in the coffin that no, they're adoptive siblings, and we're not going to break up the most famous couple in G.I. Joe.
Exactly.
Um,
and again, I mean, not to be all Seinfeld, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, it's like two grown women or two grown men can have a strong, bond, and not, it doesn't have to be romantic,
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that too. And I love too how she had the insight to bring in another female character to this, because she was talking about how in the cartoon, and this was a complaint of mine too, that you never saw the female characters interacting with each other. You only ever saw Scarlett or Lady J or CoverGirl. You never saw all three of them or two of them together at the same time. It was silly, except for the conch shell episode. And then so I think that's a great strength right off the bat for this series, that we have two really great female characters from the G.I. Joe lore working together. I love it.
Yeah, my only disappointment was when Kelly was saying she wasn't the biggest Transformers fan. So I was like, oh man, don't tell me we're not going to get any Transformers references in these issues.
Well, maybe
I feel like there has to be something,
unless they tell her, "Hey, I had this on, somewhere,
editorial or Hasbro, or just like you need to work this in." But we got a little bit of that in the Destro, so maybe this is the counterbalance.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
or you might just surprise us that the last issue is Scarlett. Oh, what's that coming out of the mountains? Oh, it's Megatron or something.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because they're up in the mountains, yeah.
And we were kind of spoiled
cresting over the hill.
Because the heart of both Duke and Cobra Commander were Transformers related. Because Megatron was captive in the Cobra Commander book. And Duke's whole thing is that he has PTSD from Starscream. So I guess it was kind of, I liked that there was little to do with Transformers in this. I think you need a balance.
Yes.
Because I mean, what if you're like Kelly and you just like G.I. Joe? You don't like Transformers, right?
I feel
like. Yeah.
Well, like she said, I think they're striking a good balance with most of these books, where it's like, if you just want to read the G.I. Joe stuff, you don't have to read the Transformers. You might be like, oh, okay, so Duke had an encounter with Starscream. Okay, that's why he's the way he is. But you don't have to have read the Transformers book.
Right. There's little Easter eggs to tantalize you if you do have an interest, if you're kind of on the fence and don't really care about Transformers one way or the other, but you might have a little bit of an interest. It's good for that reason. But the people that are more G.I. Joe fans are immediately going to gravitate more towards this Scarlett series, I think. Yeah. Definitely.
And, technically, there's been more G.I. Joe issues in this universe than there has Transformers. Because, there's already been 10, if you count both Duke and Cobra Commander, plus 2 more with the first Scarlett and the first Destro. Now, you could argue that Void Rivals is also Transformers adjacent because it has Transformers characters in it. But, name title, there's been more G.I. Joe stuff.
True. Which is, I think that's smart, too, to do that way, develop it that way, instead of the reverse. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they're kind of taking opposite paths. Like, all these different players are going to come together on the Joe and Cobra side. They're all scattered and they're going to come together on their sides. Meanwhile, the Transformers kind of pretty much came to Earth together. Well, the ones that came to Earth came together, and now it's going to kind of branch out from there. So,
yeah. I think eventually we will see, too, a big crossover.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was wondering if maybe they were saving, the debut of Snake Eyes, and maybe even the Megatron's alive for the first big event or something.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like we could probably do one more set of miniseries after these two end, and maybe because we're coming up on the year,
right? That'll be a full year of building this stuff. Yeah. Right.
I can see them doing a big G.I. Joe Transformers. I don't know if it'll be a mini or a event.
Maybe some special, like a mini series or something.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Nemesis Enforcer versus Transformers. Yes.
Yeah.
Because he didn't die in Cobra Commander, did he? I don't think so.
Well, I always thought that it was possible to recreate him because he was kind of genetically
modified.
I always took it to that he was kind of grown from a vat or something, so I always assumed
probably
just recreate him if he was dead.
Well, it's funny because in the movie he didn't talk at all, but in the comic he did.
Yeah,
but
and the coloring of his word bubbles made it look like his voice was really like demonic sounding too,
otherworldly.
Yeah, yeah.
Your mother's
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mother's a whore. Nom 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 nom.
All right. So yeah, anything else on Scarlett? Like I said, we discussed it fully with Kelly over on Capes and Lunatics episode 331, plus her favorite G.I. Joe episodes and her bird and her
I
Birds
liked
of
it.
Prey.
That's all. Yeah.
And I'm excited for the next issue very much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that will bring us to Transformers number 9.
Yeah.
Woo!
Big battle
Crazy
in this
issue.
one. Wow.
Crazy issue.
Yeah.
He's got the whole world
Yeah.
in his hands. Oh yeah.
That cover's a little misleading.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So yes, this is the issue.
Oh,
this is the issue that crushed Russell's dream of getting every Transformer that appears in the comic as a toy. So,
Well, that really
would
started
bankrupt
when
you.
Devastator showed up.
Well,
That's when I was like,
oh, there's
okay,
6.
I don't-
6 more. Yeah.
Yeah, because Devastator's not cheap. So I was like, nah, I don't think I can do this now, Mo.
It was a good goal, but damn.
Yeah.
You would go bankrupt trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I was really surprised at the ending of this one.
Oof.
yeah, I kind of get it, but there's kind of something that rubs me the wrong way in this. But
I was surprised by a lot of stuff in this.
yeah. So is Jetfire dead or deactivated because they get shot out of the sky?
And what about
I mean,
Ratchet?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He takes the shot for
We-
Cliff
I-
Jumper.
I-
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I don't
unanswered
know.
questions here. Like, what happened to these
Yeah.
Transformers? And I couldn't believe that they just left Cliff Jumper and
Jazz.
Jazz behind.
Yeah, I'm
to
like
get
that's not
tortured. I
not
was like,
Prime.
what
I don't
the-
care who else
No,
is there. That's not
yeah,
Prime.
That's what I'm talking about. I was really surprised by that. I thought, no, he would have waited back in there. Even if it was just Cliff Jumper, he would have waited back in there.
Mm-hmm.
But what?
He
Because
would've
what?
let
So
them
because
die.
Alita came through the portal? I mean, come on. I mean, no.
Yeah.
No. I mean, even
So,
Prime even want to
yeah.
do that then. I mean, I don't know.
Superior puss.
I mean, it felt like it was just a plot device. Like, just
Yeah.
we have to have some reason why Cliff Jumper gets captured.
They're going to experiment on him.
But oh man, how terrifying!
Yikes.
But once again, the art in this is just mind blowing.
I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
all the wrestling. I mean, the Shockwave giving Prime
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pile driver.
Was that your favorite part, Russell?
Tombstone pile driver. It was like Shockwave's the Undertaker.
Yeah.
now, but
Was that your favorite part
uh,
of the issue, Russell? I thought about you when I read that.
that was one of my favorite parts. But I actually liked all the stuff with Astro Train. They just making
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he kidnapped
like
Spike.
Astro Train. Astro Train is turning into my favorite character in this book just because he's this huge hulking transformer with a vendetta, but he's not evil. He is
like
evil.
a wild card. He's kind of like a wild card. You don't really. He's got his own motivation.
He basically has loyalty to
Right.
no one except himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
love
I
that.
just like that he was actually showing sympathy to because the doctor comes out and there's so many innocent people here. You've got to stop, and he was like, "I feel you, but I'm gonna blast every one of you unless
gonna
that
kill
guy
him
comes
anyway."
out here right now." But yeah, I love Astro Train in this, and I love his face is so detailed and so hulking. I love it. But man, the Shockwave Soundwave team up is hard to beat.
That's a dream team right there. As soon as that happened, I was like, man, the Autobots are going to have a tough time here. And admittedly, it was kind of silly for them to just kind of blow in there with no real plan other than let's just attack the Decepticons.
Yeah. And it was pretty I don't think they thought that one through.
No, they just went in with guns blazing and didn't realize, oh shit, they've got a portal and they're bringing reinforcements through. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Also, I loved, they genuinely seemed terrified of Shockwave. Like, what did he do? Like,
I wonder if we're going to see that in like a flashback.
Well, again, I guess he must be like the evil mad scientist because he's dragging Cliff Jumper away.
Exactly.
Like, we're going to do painful experiments on you, so.
Yeah.
Like, this panel here, that one just was incredible. Where Cliff Jumper just looks like he's shitting his pants.
Totally.
He's just Dr. Mengele, you know. It's just,
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. And you know, they took out Ratchet, and I was sad. I guess we don't know for sure he's dead, but it looks like he's dead.
Again, you can always, you know, if you get enough parts in time, you can always rebuild some of these guys, but he's probably out of it for a while. Oh, and then Alita comes through that portal after being chased by the Combaticons.
Yes, the Combaticons who lose one of their number during this.
Oh yeah,
portal is sabotaged. He's halfway through it, and then just his upper half is left after the portal's dismantled. Screaming on the ground. Do you remember which one that was, Phil?
It's what's his face? It's the tank. Is it Brawl? Maybe
Brawl. Okay.
Blitzwing? No, that's not
no.
Blitzwing.
I think
he's a helicopter.
Yeah. The helicopter gets taken. Lita blasts him in the face before she goes through the portal. Yeah.
Oh, he was the one she blasted.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Alita's a badass.
She is. I was impressed.
She's like the Sarah Connor of this. She's just
hauling around to the remains of Ultra Magnus, and he wants to just die, and she's like, "No, you're not going to die on my watch, you son of a bitch."
Yeah, that panel where he's like, "Finally, the end."
Is that going to be the story where it's like they repair him and he's going to be all big and powerful again, but he's going to have harbor a grudge against Alita? He's like, I just wanted to die. Why didn't you let me die?
Oh, well, I don't know.
After being told,
I think he's going to come back bigger and badder than ever.
I don't know. Well, didn't they? I know, but he better have some PTSD. Because didn't they say he was getting tortured for what was it, hundreds or thousands of years or something?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess that is what Shockwave was up to. No wonder they're afraid of him.
He has a fearsome reputation. Yeah.
Well, do we want to talk about this weird ending?
Astro Train, it was Spike, and he basically, his engines get shut down, and then we see who comes for Spike? Beachcomber.
Yeah, that was another surprise too. I was like, where did he come from?
I know, was he on Earth, or maybe they repaired him and sent him out sneakily?
I don't know.
It almost seems like, because he's like, "Are you Spike? You should come with me." I'm like, is he from the future? Like, is this a Terminator situation where they sent Beachcomber back and he was like, "Are you John Connor?
Are you Spike Witwicky?
Come with me if you want to live."
He should have been like Astro Train. I recognize you from the tall hair.
Yeah, the tall hair. Yeah, I liked that, the tall haired one.
But yeah, I mean, another good one. And again, they're just adding Transformers now. Remember those first couple? Man. We're like, there's a couple here. Now it's like,
and here's another one at the end that we haven't seen.
Yeah, it's like people are popping through portals. It's like, where the hell Beachcomber come from?
Yeah. And the coloring is just
I know. Yeah,
there's
even
this
the
one
coloring
panel...
on the lettering is cool.
Mm-hmm. this panel where where Shockwave and Thundercracker and the Constructicons are like yanking Optimus in like 3 different directions.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Like, I love the Cybertron, like, there's like that pinkish purple hue all around them. It really pops. It pops
It's
right
so
off
cool.
the screen.
Love it.
Yeah.
And a prime kicking Soundwave basically in the face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like too that I love the part where Soundwave had Shockwave in his transformed state as a gun, and he was going to use him to blow Optimus's brains out.
I thought it was hilarious.
Jumper's brains,
yeah. I loved it when Shockwave was about to kill Optimus, and Alita just bumps into him through the portal, and he's like,
yes.
Oh my god!
Coming
But
through.
great timing.
we almost got another combiner because we almost got Bruticus because they're like,
Yes,
merge
Bruticus.
to form, and then that portal shuts down.
Oh man,
I
That
couldn't
would've been
remember
over.
if I couldn't remember if they were Bruticus or Minosaur. But yeah,
No, that's Bruticus. Yeah, no, Menosaur is the
Okay.
Stunticons. Yeah,
gotcha.
oh, the Stunticons. My favorite was Abominus, the
Abominus.
Horrorcons,
oh yeah.
I liked
and Piranha
Predacon,
Seacons.
Predaking.
Oh yeah, Predaking was
Predaking.
cool too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bucket list of mine, is to get an original Generation 1 complete set of the Predacons.
Oh, yeah.
I would love that.
Well, I mean, in this series, we've already got Devastator. We may be getting Bruticus here soon if they can fix everybody. It's like we need some Autobot we need some Autobot combiners. Where are the aerial
I
bots?
know.
Come on,
Yeah.
aerial bots. Come on.
It's just like, we always have to have the Autobots at like a slight disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because
That's true. They've always got to be on the defensive.
I'm waiting for the scene where we're going to get some Joes flying in some aerial bots. Come on.
Maybe that's going to be it.
they fight
It'll
for
be the
freedom
team-up.
wherever there's
Yeah.
trouble. G.I. Joe is there.
More than meets the eye.
Except Duke just starts shooting Optimus in the face instead of helping. So
Yeah. They're all evil. They all must die.
Waiting for some Joes to go through that portal and be like, what the hell?
what the hell is going on here?
Well, I was going to say, is this the updated version of the space bridge?
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Well, make sure they have their space helmets on before they go through there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Otherwise, it's going to be a one-way trip.
I don't know about that atmosphere on Cybertron. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's a little questionable. Yeah.
Especially once Pythona shows up with those monsters.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Those things are going to get really interesting.
Are you saying they're going to be bombing them?
Oh
with
my
some-
God,
You're going to be dropping some globulous
was-
bombs.
There was that scene in the movie where Sergeant Slaughter crossed this bridge and it turned out to be a monster,
Yeah.
and it went to attack him, and he like hit it in the head so hard that it knocked itself out and went back to being a bridge, and he was like, "Come on, you maggots!"
Yeah, it was like a big stick bug or something.
Yeah, did he hit it with
This
like
one's
did he with the butt end of a rifle or something?
yeah.
This one's for Duke. And this one's for the United States of America.
I know, he hit him like 3-4 times. And the Nemesis unfortunately just laid there and took it.
Just laying there. Yeah.
And he picked him back up, and all he said was,
Oh
I
my
like
God.
how they all fell into that same hole. Like all
Yes.
of them fell.
How convenient, right?
Yeah. But yeah, man, Slaughter was telling Nemesis Enforcer.
Shut up and just lay. Shut up and just lay there.
He was also telling him, not in the face.
Oh, jeez. I think
Yeah, that
I think
first
Cobra Commander
encounter,
said
like-
that when he took them spores or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that first encounter, Sergeant Slaughter shows up and he's like, "I'm gonna get you, you maggots!" And they throw some like spore thing on his face,
Yeah.
and then Nemesis Enforcer just starts beating the shit out of him.
Not in the face.
They don't play fair, those Cobra Law guys.
No. I am globulous.
All right, so I think we've dangled, made them wait long enough. Shall we get to the shall we get to the Destro issue?
Yeah.
So somebody,
It's time.
so that biscuit's been in the oven way too long.
Ding! Just ready to come out.
Although before we get there, I wanted to.
It's shiny biscuit.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I was going to say before we get there, Justin, I didn't know if you noticed Larry Hama's G.I. Joe Real American Heroes out this week too. Also had Destro on the cover.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, wow. Is that Q-Bert artwork?
I think so, yeah.
It looks like Andy or Adam. Wow, that's good. Ooh, I might have to read that too.
Got Destro and the Baroness. Little something for everybody on there.
Oh, and is that Paul Pelletier doing the artwork on that one?
Yeah, he's been.
Oh, yeah.
He's been doing
I'll
the
be reading
interiors
that.
and stuff. Yeah.
I love Paul Pelletier. Nice. Yeah, I'll be reading that too.
Can't see the thong though on either of them. So.
Well, that's all right. Maybe they'll be on the variant cover.
Pimp Daddy Destro.
No, not the variant cover.
I don't get variant covers.
Have to be Cobra Commander in a thong for Russell to get the variant cover.
Oh, yeah. Look at my keister.
So what did you guys think of before I espouse the virtues of Destro? What did you guys think of this issue?
Well, I loved that they kind of made him an amalgamation between Dr. Doom and Baron Zemo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Because, he's Dr. Doom in the sense that, he cares about his country, and but he also is going to use it to the extent of its, resources. But also the Zemo part of him, because he comes from this lineage of Destros.
Yeah.
And he apparently talks to them, which is interesting. I don't know. I thought it was really interesting. It was a big contrast from the Cobra Commander book.
Yeah, definitely.
In a good way. But lots of what would you call that? Corporate espionage type stuff going on, like
Little
arms dealers,
little political too. Yeah.
Yeah. Destro basically talks the leader of the country into killing himself.
Yeah.
Oh, we do get that two-page appearance by Cobra Commander.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Destro, I am displeased.
Yeah.
We also got Toma and
Xamot. Yeah.
Yes.
Xamot.
Twins.
And
with
they
the
were
Crimson Guard.
brutal.
Yeah.
They were brutal.
Yeah, that whole scene with the Crimson Guard was pretty intense, right? Yeah.
Gotta kill these injured soldiers.
Double biscuits for me.
Twins are extra fun.
Oh my!
Double biscuits for me. There'll be some dicks
That sounds like
waving
an
around
owl
in here.
sandwich.
There'll be some dicks waving around in here.
Couple pythons.
I'm gonna eat this up with a fork and spoon. One way to the biscuit town.
I mean, seriously, that's what Destro #1 is. There's Destro in here. There's the twins. I mean,
The twins.
I thought
love
Justin would be banging on the door of his LCS to open up on Wednesday morning. He's like, come on!
I want 5 copies of this, damn it. Yeah,
And some Kleenex.
Yeah. I love this because as a Destro superfan, this was a feast for me. Right off the bat, when we see the name of the country, Darklonia, I was like, oh, it's Darklon! It's Darklon! So Darklon, of course, was a figure from the Iron Grenadiers line.
Yes.
And he had his own little vehicle called the Evader, which was this great little car. I think I still have mine. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, cool. So, like, we're going back to the Iron Grenadier stuff. And then we see the Iron Grenadiers. Yeah, and then we see the despoiler. I mean, as soon as I saw the despoiler, my eyes lit up. When they were doing the whole weapons expo, I was like, "Oh my god!" In the background, is that the despoiler? It is. And then to have it actually be used in action in this comic book, I was in hog heaven. I loved it. I loved every bit of this. I love the Iron Grenadiers. The look of the actual soldiers. They look so great in this. Oh, did we lose Phil?
No, I'm here.
Whoops.
Yeah. It almost looks like we did.
And then the look of the Crimson Guard, like whoever the artist in this has really done their homework on getting the look of these classic vehicles and figures, like even the Bat, the Bat Soldier. Like they have really done their homework well in getting the look of these characters to look good and look also contemporary, which is difficult when you're dealing with action figures and toys and things and vehicles that come from over 30 years ago.
40 years ago.
Yeah. You've got to somehow make them look contemporary while also maintaining the original aesthetic feel. It's tough.
Mm-hmm. And there was a Hiss tank too, wasn't there? I think there was a Hiss tank in
there was a couple other ones too that I couldn't remember the names of right off the bat. But
so I wanted to ask you guys about Destro's like family member that takes over.
Oh, that's Darklon.
Like okay, so that is Darklon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it is. All right.
Yes,
So
Lord.
I
Yes,
didn't know
Lord.
who
I've
that
been
was.
resurrected.
He's
Hallelujah.
back. He's back from the grave.
Because I was really confused by him because I didn't know that character, but with his hair the way it is, I'm like, is that Zartan? Like he looks, but yeah.
Well, the
so
action
I
figure, he has a mask just like Destro. He has this big black mask that covers his whole face.
Okay.
And I don't think you ever really saw his face maybe in the old comic books he was unmasked a little bit. I can't remember.
But I wanted to ask about, because I feel like this is a glaring, like a big time question, is Miss Carlton Ritz?
I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I feel like that could be a character from like the cartoon show, maybe.
Well, it's obviously like an alias because you Google that and it just comes up the Ritz Carlton,
right? Yeah.
But and then she introduces herself as Astoria.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And at first I was like, is that like a disguised Baroness? Like, is she undercover? Is this how she plays both sides? But it doesn't look like her in the face necessarily. So I was very confused.
Unless it's
maybe it's an original character.
Unless it's a Joe. Unless it's like CoverGirl or somebody.
Ooh, CoverGirl. Yeah, I didn't think of that. They could have their own spy working in the ranks of Mars or Cobra. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah,
and I bet Justin loved it when Destro told Cobra Commander, "We're working with each other. I don't work for you."
Yes, I'm not your subordinate, bitch. Yeah, I love that. He
That's
wasn't
going to be
taking
a
any
fun.
crap. Yeah, he wasn't taking any crap in this issue. I love that.
I don't think so.
And yeah, I love the scene too where he's talking with his ancestors. That was great. That was great. I love that. It's a hidden side of Destro that we haven't seen before. It's great that we're seeing this new dimension of this character. I love it.
It's funny because that was almost hinted at in the live action G.I. Joe movie. Like Destro came from like a line of Destros,
Scottish warriors. Yeah.
And I love that when we see the old masks of the previous Destro, that last one kind of looks like Doom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like that was intentional. Like we're infusing this character with some Doctor Doom and some Baron Zemo.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it makes sense for this character. I mean, in the Larry Hama comic books, I mean, as far as I know, they didn't really delve a whole lot into his backstory. Most of the time that you saw him, he was hanging out in his castle with the Baroness a lot when he wasn't involved with the Cobra shenanigans. So there wasn't really a lot of, as far as I recall, a lot of in-depth stuff into his past or his history or his family history and all that stuff.
Well, that's why I think it's like a brilliant move that they did these mini-series, because if we had just gone straight into a G.I. Joe series, no one would have gotten the time they deserved for their backstory or anything. So
exactly, you wouldn't have these in-depth looks at at their backstories or their histories, how they began, their motivations, their relationships with other people, with other characters. Yeah, I love it. It's a really great way to set this up.
And how do you guys feel that the Xamot and Toma are like the villains of this? Like they're the antagonists.
That makes perfect sense too. Because it makes sense that the Crimson Guard would be like their own mercenary outfit that they've started without any affiliation to Cobra. Like they're doing their own thing on the side.
And what kind of tension is that going to be if they all start working for Cobra eventually?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like Cobra Commander is going to have to do something, because right now he has a little bit of leverage because he's the only one with Energon.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole reason Destro's like, okay, I'll work with this guy for now.
to power those bats and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But something is going to have to happen to where, like, Cobra Commander is, like, the commander. Like, the hostile takeover. At least, for now, until Serpentor shows up. I like that we have all these, like, splinter cells. Like, there's the Cobra Law off doing their own thing because, Pythonus going off into space. There's Cobra Commander, and we have Mars, and then we have, something Enterprises with the twins.
Right. The Dreadnoks.
The Dreadnoks. So we're going to have all these, like, factions under the Cobra banner, and none of them like each other.
It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
I wonder if the twins are going to be like in the cartoon series where if you hit one, the other one feels it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Well, keep that in mind, Justin.
Oh, one feels what the other one's feeling.
Possibilities.
Oh.
Yeah. Spank 4 sets of booty all at the same time.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
It's like being with a conjoined twin.
Tapping my way downtown. It's so salty.
I thought it was pretty cool that we also didn't get like any Joes in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we know of. That we know of.
Yeah, I mean, if that's CoverGirl, I guess.
I like that idea about CoverGirl.
I mean, and there is that whole like big weapons festival or whatever at the castle. I mean, so you could have an undercover Joe or two in there too.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah.
But for me, the highlight was just seeing the Iron Grenadiers in those despoilers in that great sequence where they're flying through the air. I just love that. That brought me back to like 9-year-old me when I was obsessed with the Iron Grenadiers, that whole toy line. I think it was 7, 8, or 9. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that was Destro's army. So does that mean he's going to take them over? I guess.
Yeah, that's his own personal army. Yeah.
So yeah.
Doesn't that Destro changes to the gold head then?
Yes. Yeah.
Which
we may see. We may see that. I mean, because I feel like eventually there's going to be a rift between Destro and Cobra Commander. It has to happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those two personalities can't. They just can't. So I wonder if when that happens, he is going to do the whole gold head and capes look. I would love that. That's my jam. Yeah. I'm waiting for it.
I'm still, okay, right now we have of like the main Cobra's teams or the characters. We have Cobra Commander, Destro, Baroness, but she's on the other side right now. The twins, Storm Shadows and Scarlett, So we're still missing like Dr. Mindbender. Oh,
Zartan.
Major Blood was in
Duke.
yeah. Major Blood was in Duke, but yeah, we're missing Zartan and Dr. Mindbender as like the two big ones until we get to, like I said, Serpentor.
I mean,
and all that,
that's the other thing. The Dreadnoks did mention like, oh, their brother or whatever. So I mean, Zartan's out there somewhere.
He's out there somewhere.
Probably
yeah.
looking like someone. So
yeah. What if that's who this woman is?
Yes.
No, because if
You heard
that,
it here
because
first,
when
folks. Russell called it.
when she got in the sun, her skin would have turned blue. So
oh yeah.
You got to remember that detail.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, Baroness and Python are the only two female cobras? I don't think so.
Well, Zorana the Dreadnought.
Oh, yeah, Zorana.
well, like Kelly pointed out, when you need like female vipers, they will throw female vipers.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Yeah. We got to watch that Conch Shell episode all together sometime.
Oh,
Yeah, do a
man.
live watch. Yeah,
Do a live watch. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
yeah. They pull Baroness out of the hot tub and Lady J out of the TJ Maxx dressing room. Yeah,
TJ Maxx. Did some woman assault Spirit right outside of there?
oh, that'd be great.
Excuse me, miss. Have you... Oh!
Duke, spirits down. What happened? Some woman attacked him with a very heavy purse outside of
Yes.
Aero Postal.
Yeah.
She had a brick in her
you mean-
handbag.
You mean to tell me an elite military operation, you got taken out by a woman with a purse? Yes, sir. Well,
You're dismissed.
Oh, that's all right. In the comics,
It's like-
in the comics, wasn't Raptor like the Cobra accountant or something? Seriously, I think.
HR.
Yeah.
HR, Human Resources.
it'd be so funny if they like made Cobra an actual like business.
This is the Viper. I'm here to vipe you.
Who?
Oh, I remember that one.
Cobra Commanders just has a meeting. And he's like, I want to know who shared that meme about me right now. It's been going around the email chain, and I'm gonna find out
Who is it? Who is writing things on the bathroom wall about me?
Who took that massive globulus in the
It
toilet?
didn't flush.
No, didn't flush.
Flush.
Oh, you know what I wanted to bring up in the Larry series now? Okay, Snake Eyes talks now.
What?
Yeah, Snake Eyes talks, and at first I was like, "What is this?" But I read the end of the IDW series. You know, when they up to 300, it seems they had killed Snake Eyes off, but Dr. Mindbender had a clone body of Snake Eyes, and then they had brain scans from the brainwave scan or whatever. So we tried to make like a Snake Eyes loyal to Cobra, but of course that blew up in his face. So Snake Eyes is kind of back in a new body. You know, they basically cloned him and through the brainwave scanner fouls in his head. So, but now it seems he talks. Yes. But no, Larry calling back from because I think Dr. Mindbender said, "Oh yeah, I cloned them from tissue samples Dr. Venom took." I'm like, isn't that from the first 20 issues, like 40 years ago? I'm like,
early.
holy crap! Larry calling
Dr.
back
Venom
though,
was
like
early.
40 years ago.
Wow. Yeah,
He's got a
Dr. Venom's
notebook just in his attic, and he's like, "Where was this?"
It's this big
Oh,
leather-bound
yeah.
volume with like.
I mean,
about
modern
5 pounds.
modern comics. You know, this is why you leave writers on a book for more than a year. I mean, don't call back to stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I'm like, didn't Dr. Venom get killed like around issue 20?
Yeah, it was in the first couple of years.
Yeah.
I think.
Uh-oh, someone's getting sleepy.
Who, me?
What? You didn't rev up on Mountain Dew? Come on.
Actually,
No, oh, nice.
I spend too much money on tobacco and Mountain Dew.
Wait a minute, you giving up Mountain Dew and Lilith isn't drinking, training for this marathon? What is happening to the world?
I didn't say I was giving up.
Okay.
Dew, okay.
I
Just
I
for
just
today.
said I've got water right now.
okay. I was gonna
Just for today.
say, what next? Justin's not gonna is giving up biscuits?
Oh God, no!
He's like, never.
You should have seen me on the beach.
Pass.
yesterday.
Oh!
Yeah.
He's like,
no shame to be had on that beach.
Justin's got the binoculars out. Meanwhile, biscuits are like 2 feet away. He's like, oh yeah.
Exactly. That's a pretty much.
He's got the
accurate
binoculars
summation of what happened.
backwards. He's got the wow, they're far.
And just muttering.
Just what I always wanted in a man.
A rock hard cock.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Giant sized man thing. Scream at!
Look at
I'm
the
a sucker
size of
for a
that
guy
ham
with a
hog.
powerful rod. I'm a sucker for a guy with a powerful rod.
I swear he sounds the most serious in that one.
Hey,
She looks like she was just working a stripper pole down at Divas.
Oh.
That's
0 hour.
All right. Are we done here?
Don't shock the monkey.
Don't shut the monkey.
I do want to say that next episode I should have something to share.
Ooh, a new purchase?
Mm.
Okay.
And Phil better get those poop sound effects ready.
Oh.
I'm excited now.
Can you tell us the measurements of this globulus?
Well, it's a nice prime.
Oh, you know what? You're gonna have to show us it, and we're gonna have to grade it on a scale of 1 to 5.
Correct.
1 to 5 flushes.
Correct from South Park.
Oh my god.
Just to tease it a little bit more, that turd won't be alone.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
More than one thing coming. All right.
And no, I didn't spend $800 on Python. If I'm gonna spend $800, she better be real.
I was gonna say,
Life-size
she
Python.
better be life sized and anatomically correct.
I have to apologize to my wife for that one. But
It's for the show, honey.
yeah, don't you want to see me fondle this live on the air?
That way I won't fondle myself on the air.
She can slather up my cobra.
I mean, if you grab your boobs anymore, Russell, I mean, you're gonna start scaring Noel.
Those boobs scare me.
That's the Cobra Law mating dance. That's
right.
Booty looks good all the time.
All right, are we done?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, next time we'll cover. Oh, here I even looked it up. All right, I got some dates for the next issues. I believe Void Rivals number 10 is coming June 26th. Scarlett number 2. I wonder if they did this on purpose. July 3rd.
Ooh, all right.
Red, white, and blue.
Woo! Transformers 10, July 10th, and Destro number 2, July 17th. So
Nice. It's going to be a great month.
yeah, more biscuits.
That's right.
All right, so yes, so send us your thoughts, kids. Gotta share the screen.
Oh, yeah, you got all the links.
Oh, I got a bunch of stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Send us all your thoughts on these issues and the upcoming stuff. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. See, I don't even have to memorize it now. All right, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merch. Get your new Capes and Lunatics merch. This logo is one of the new ones, so get all your t-shirts and everything else with the new logos. You can also by Little Hellfire's demand, please rain random money on us by using the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
And again, as Lilith and I say, pretend we're that young, naive girl dancing her way through school.
She looks like she was just working a stripper pole down at Divas.
And of course, the Patreon. Again, it's something different, extra bonus content every month, completely uncensored. And again, this year, you really want to subscribe to the Patreon because Lilith is training for that marathon. So she's off the alcohol, off the penis.
Unleashed.
Yes, she's dangerously sober and sexually frustrated. So you want to join that Patreon. So, yes.
Uncensored and raw and unfiltered.
Hey-oh. No, she's never raw. No.
Oh, well, not.
Whoa.
No.
I like it raw.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so. All
right, so you can find the Patreon at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and you can find everything I just mentioned at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right. I think, Russell, we need to let Justin handle the plugs here, but you can find Justin here on Energon Universe once a month with us. You can find him every week on Marvel Tales, where him and I discuss something different for Marvel Comics. You can find him at 1 to 2 times, and next year maybe even more, on X-Men Classics with me, talking all the X-books. And, of course, the show that scared Russell off over on Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks. You can hear Justin and I talking once a month on We Are the Night, the
Batman podcast. Talking some Azrael
That's right.
and some monkey fluids and all kinds of
So that
No.
show
Go away.
So that show has traumatized 2 people now, Russell and Ray.
Batman,
Yes.
my favorite character.
The list continues to grow.
Exactly.
At least it's not Hulk 2099.
That's true. There's always that.
That's true.
It was close.
Yeah.
And of course, yes, and of course you can see the owl every so often poking his head in on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast with me and Tyler. But that's not all the king of podcasting does. So, Justin, tell everyone else where you podcast.
You can also find me and my pal Russell over at Gamma Charge, the strongest Marvel podcast there is. Oh, look at that! I love that.
Russell said that's how you probably looked dealing with Amazon this morning.
Yeah, exactly. I love that, Phil. That's lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can find me at all those shows. Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast series with Russell. We talk about the Hulk once a month, and we have a new interview coming out next month with writer David Pepose, so do check that out. Also on Predator and Prey, the Yucha podcast, we're joined by the High Priest of Khonshu, Ray, and we're going to talk about some classic Dark Horse stuff over the next couple of months, leading up to the release of Predator versus Black Panther. And last but not least, the Lost Library of Legends. My solo show is still chugging along, and by the time this episode comes out, I should have wrapped up my 2-part retrospective on 1994's Black Wolf.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm. Going back to the 90s here, bitch. Let me grab it.
I love that, Phil. That's so lovely. All my links in one place.
Probably wonder. That's why this morning I was like, "Hey, what shows are you on now? Right now?"
Oh yes,
I love it.
Yes, I love it.
That picture just screams.
It's me, your old pal, the owl.
How
That
many
is
licks
an
does
amazing
it take
likeness.
to get to the Tootsie Roll center of my Tootsie Pop?
The
What is-
world may never know.
What he says makes no sense. How can you lick and get to the center of a biscuit? How is that possible?
Oh, you can.
Oh my! Oh.
Next thing you know, Phil will be putting Justin's grinder up on the link page there.
If he'd like to, I don't care.
No, I get enough attention on that. I don't need any more.
Oh my!
I hope Justin's profile pic on that is the one where he looks like a typo negative music video.
It might be.
Oh my! All right, thank you for joining us. We came for the boys, and we did not disappoint. So yes, next month, Void Rivals number 10, Scarlett 2, Transformers 10, and Destro number 2. The Iron Biscuit number 2. Please send us money. Help support this show. Look. Our friend Russell needs some laxative. Come on. He's about to fall. I think he's about to fall out of his chair. Oh my.
Hurt yourself, Russell.
Alright, come back next time. And
That's a lot of globulus.
Remember, always keep an eye on those twins.